Hi, my name is Marvelous. I work as a medical doctor. That's a junior clinical fellow at King's College Hospital. So what made me decide to start my PLAB journey? I think, first of all, primarily it had to do with self-preservation. And self-preservation for me was in the context of the pursuit of happiness, career fulfillment, and I desperately felt that I wasn't really getting enough of that in my home country, which is Nigeria. And then I decided to take on the PLAB journey and come to the UK and build something for myself. So concerning the IELTS, I think the first step with most people is to take some English exam, which is the IELTS or the OET. For me, it was the IELTS. And I think for me, the challenge with the IELTS was that I didn't get the required score for the writing, so I had to take the writing again. But before I did that, I had to take a writing course. I gave some of my sample writing to some of my colleagues who really helped me with reviewing them, and that sort of helped with my writing scores. My speaking was otherwise good, but I think the main issue was my writing, which I worked on. Then preparing for the PLAB one, I think I'm going to put this into context. I think for me, the PLAB one, I was working in a very busy kidney center in Abuja, and most of the time it was quite tedious work. So the only time I had to prepare for the PLAB one was during the nights. So essentially, after I worked in the day, I would read in the night. So I'll go through a couple of question banks and then sort of like read around the topics, read around the concepts, and that sort of like helped with solidifying my knowledge base for the PLAB one. I took the exam in Abuja as well, and I passed that at the first sitting. Then going again to the PLAB 2, my preparation for the PLAB 2, again, I think I need to put this into context as well. So for my PLAB 2, I was doing my MSc at UCL in London, and that also was a very busy period for me. It was really crazy. I had to juggle dissertations with prepping for the PLAB as well, from the PLAB 2. So I think for me, I joined, well, the really popular PLAB 2 course. I won't mention any names specifically, and that sort of like helped me with preparing for the PLAB 2. Some people have said that they have been able to pass the PLAB 2 on their own without doing that. I personally wouldn't recommend it, because you really have to be in the feel of the exam, do a lot of case-based scenarios, and then know what your weakness is. Then the next phase of the PLAB pathway was the job application. And I think the job application was, I think the general concept of job application was to apply to as many as possible, as many posts as possible. Relevant posts which would help your career and where you see yourself. So just apply to as many as possible. And I think what particularly gave me the advantage was because I was in the UK at the time, and then I just got a call one day, and then they asked me when can I start, and that was pretty much it. Obviously you have to do an interview as well, but that was pretty much it after then. So for general advice, I think for me, you have to know your why. Why do you want to write the PLAB? Why do you want to take on this pathway? Why the UK? For some people, is it just a stepping stone to probably to another country? Where do you see yourself in the UK? Is it really the UK? So know your plan even after writing the PLAB. And I think that will sort of like put a lot of things into perspective regarding making a decision. I wish you all the best, and I just want you to be better. Thank you.